Hey there, party people. How the heck are ya? It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Hasn't been that long. There has been a shift in the energies since I've last been here on YouTube. Obviously, I've been over on Patreon, patreon.com/divine conversations. The link can be found in the description box below. Been over on Patreon, but I will say that the energy has severely shifted, and not in a bad way. It's in a good way, but it's just it's a stark. There we go. It's a stark difference to where we were last time we had a little chat. So let's talk about it. I'm in this video, in this session here, I'm wanting to look at energies for the month of October for the collective. I did do a reading like this for Patreon, and now it's time to get the greater collective in on the game. But one thing to note is that we do have an eclipse happening this month. Now, I am recording this video. I am recording this video on the 1st of October, 2024, and the eclipse, I believe, is on the 4th, which is so funny. Because, let me tell you why. Because if it is in fact on the 4th, which I'm going to confirm right now no, not really. Some are saying, I don't know. I saw, I don't know, some date I saw said it was on the 4th. This is showing me that it's kind of like the 2nd-ish, but I don't know, whatever, but Folia Dua comes out on the 4th, and I'm so excited to see it, which would be crazy because it's the next Joker movie, and this is not a paid promotion, by the way. And it has Lady Gaga in it. I'm excited about it. But it would be interesting if the eclipse is actually on the 4th. I don't know where I saw that it was on the 4th, but of October. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I have one system telling me one thing. I have other people telling me another thing. Who the fuck knows? It doesn't matter. All I know is the shit is happening and I can feel it already. Can you feel it already? No. First of all, again, I'm recording this on the 1st of October. But I have been feeling the push, the pull, the rush of energy from this eclipse since I want to say like the 26th of September. And I mean, y'all, it has rocked my shit. Okay, it has rocked my shit. I don't want, I'm not going to get too personal. It's not about that. It's really intense. It's very eye-opening. It's a very awakening situation. It's a very humbling situation. It's really intense. I'm hearing setting the record straight with oneself. There are windows of opportunity in which you will be able to recognize your own growth or recognize how far you've come. You'll be able to see it somehow, and I know this for a fact because I have experienced this, and I've experienced it in recognizing how I'm responding differently to what's going on, even though what's going on is something similar to what has been going on or what has happened in the past, we shall say. It's basically the same thing that's happened in the past, but it's been re-triggered, and I'm consciously noticing how I am choosing to respond differently, and it's a natural thing. It's a natural progression. So in that's how I say part of this energy is at some point you will be able to recognize how far you've come, how much things have changed, how drastically different you are. I'm hearing. And it's a very house cleaning type of energy. It's a very purging type of energy. you know, you may be purging physical things from your life. You may finally clean out that closet or clean out that drawer, or go through a pile of letters, or maybe organize a pile of mail, or, you know, there's something like that going on. But it's pretty significant. It doesn't have to just be energetic or spiritual. It can be physical. But even in it being physical, if it is physical for you, like you're physically cleaning out some space in your home, maybe, or even in your office, or any sort of space that you utilize quite frequently. In doing the physical cleaning of this, you are actually doing some sort of energetic and even spiritual release of it as well, okay? So don't worry if you're don't panic. Don't panic if you're not seeing this from a spiritual sense. If you're resonating with what I'm saying, but it's just purely like your focus is being taken to this pile of shit that you need to organize or do something with, right? Don't freak out thinking, oh my god, this is only material, I need to be looking spiritual. No. It's gonna start in the material. Most likely it's gonna start in the material for you, 555 on the counter, because that is the closest representation of the energy that you can have access to, or you can associate with at the time, right? It's like start small and work your way up. So start with the physical and work through whatever that physical situation is, and then work through whatever energetically or emotionally or mentally comes up. That's the non-physical representation of it. Do you get it? So don't panic if you're thinking of something physical. That's okay. That is part of the cleansing process too. All right. But I was saying, this is a very purgy energy, and this is happening in Virgo right now. This eclipse is happening in Virgo, which makes so much sense. It makes so much sense with just how I'm feeling through the energy and the cleansing energy that's coming through and happening with all this. It makes sense that it's a very Virgo energy. So shout out to all my Virgos out there. Virgo season. In terms of true sidereal astrology or constellational astrology, whichever you want to call it, we're going to be in Virgo for quite some time. We entered into Virgo in the end of September, and we will be in Virgo until the beginning of November. So I had to pause for a second because a political ad went by. Just fairly disruptive. It is election season, but also I realized that I had forgotten a deck that I wanted to use. So let's get into this. Ooh, that fire is going. Have you heard where, like, if the sage like lights up like this, it's like a big flame, that means that there's a lot of negative energy and you're gonna just want to let that burn out? Yeah. All right. Let's get into this, you guys. Oh yeah, I grew out a stash. Okay, anyway, let's get into this energy. So I really want to look at the energy. The topic of today's reading is October 2024. Now, this could extend beyond your month of 2024 throughout your life. Who knows? Take it as it resonates. I do feel like I do feel a long-term energy, okay, in terms of what we're going to be discussing here. So that could be it could be something that you've been dealing with because it does feel like this energy extends back into your past too. So this is a long-term energy, okay? Something you've been dealing with, something you've been struggling with for a long time. I'm hearing it seems to be coming to a head in some way. There seems to be some sort of energetic resolution that is found this month, or at least throughout this process, of which we are going to be discussing in this certain time frame. But keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid, so just keep that in mind. All right, October. What's going on for October for the collective, please, Spirit? Last shuffle. October 2024. Okay. Positive things. Crystal clear is your overall energy. And this is so crazy because someone that I follow on YouTube, her YouTube channel is, this is Myrna, I believe her name is. But she said her channeling for the month of October, and I only saw this in like a little short, like a reel, I think on Instagram, maybe on YouTube. So I didn't watch her full channeling for the month of October, but for this month, she said things are going to become very clear. Actually, I don't even think I watched it. I think it was just a headline on but yeah, crystal clear, clarity. And that's already what I've been feeling in terms of the eclipse energy. Something has become crystal clear to you. 1044 on the counter. Something has become crystal clear to you. Like, it's bright as day, it's blatant. There's no way of denying it. There's no way of unseeing it. There is no way of unknowing it. Either it has already become crystal clear to you, blatantly obvious, or just straight up blatant, or it will be throughout the course of this process or whatnot, whatever. The eclipse seems to be the energy that is kicking this off. There is some sort of clarity that is coming in, if it has not come in already. And it may be a bit of a shocker. I know, as far as I understand this for myself so far, it is something that I was not expecting, that I was definitely not looking for, and it is definitely something that I cannot unsee, no matter how much I wish I could. And while part of me should be rejoicing in the fact that I was right, a larger part of me is absolutely shattered. Like shattered. Like, but it's crystal clear now. Okay. So, take it as it resonates for you, right? But this is heavy eclipse energy. Heavy eclipse energy, okay? So, the cards that have come out here for your reading for this month, we have Repetition is the first card out. Now, I do remember speaking about this card with the collective. I believe it came out in the YouTube collective here. I'm not quite sure where it was, whether it was YouTube or Patreon, but this energy has come up, and we were talking about how, you know, you're going through this cycle over and over and over again, or you're going through the same doorways over and over and over, in order trying to 1313 on the counter, trying to get somewhere in order to learn the lesson, okay, that you're seeking to learn. And it seems, I really want to say, because next is good choices, I really feel like you have made good choices up until this point when it comes to the repetition of this path here. And you have feeling deep. Okay. Oh, you guys. Okay, so next you have feeling deeply. And before, when I first pulled this reading, I felt like there was another card underneath feeling deeply here, and I tried to pull them apart, but they wouldn't pull apart, right? So then just now, I try to go pick up feeling deeply, and I find that there is another card under feeling deeply. And underneath feeling deeply is poor choices. We could have a case of two people here. One person is in an energy of repetition and recognizing the repetition, recognizing the pattern, 444 on the counter, 1444. Recognizing the pattern and are making or is making good choices this time because of the recognition of the pattern. On this side, we have a person who is feeling deeply into the poor choices that they have made, or the poor choices that they perceive to themselves have made. They perceive the poor choices that they perceive themselves to have made. There we go. They are feeling the effects of the poor choices. Either way, there is recognition on either side of this equation. But it also doesn't have to be two different people. It could be one person. It could be just you. Standing here in the repetition, recognizing the cycle, recognizing the familiarity, having seen this before, having been here before, having felt this before, but this time being able to make good, or we could even say better choices, maybe in terms of like say when you were here in the past, making better choices this time because you are feeling deeply the effects of the poor choices from the past in ways you may have reacted and or responded. So this could be a mirroring dynamic. One person could be in this repetition, good choices, embodying that mostly, while the other is really embodying the depths of feeling and emotion related to their poor choices in terms of a relationship with each other. And maybe even relationships with others as a whole. There could be one core situation, one certain relationship that you have or they have with someone that is the core of this situation, and then there are other people or other relationships that branch off of it that are familiar or that are connected. Or this could just be you. Two sides. This is two sides of the same coin. This is two sides of you. And if you do find it, and let's make it even more complicated, shall we? If you do find that it is like you're on one side and the other person's on the other side, you may still feel a degree of the opposite side of the energy. Maybe, albeit not as strong, but you still feel a degree of it, right? While the other person is on the other side of it. You see? That's interesting. And then finally, you do have path to plenty here. So this path to plenty here is, for me, is just recognizing that you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Regardless as to how this is playing out for you, you're on the right path right now. And the kicker there, the common denominator there, the most important element there is the energy of awareness that seems to be flowing in this energy. Because no matter where you find yourself here, whether you find yourself equally balanced, equally yoked on either side of this situation, or you find yourself on one side more dominantly than the other, it doesn't matter. Because either way, you're still crystal clear about the situation, or feeling more clarity about the situation. And it could be in life in general, but just in life in general, this general life clarity is blowing something specific wide open for you. Okay? The fact of the matter, the most important element here is the level of awareness from which you are perceiving this situation, from which you are interacting with this situation at this time. It may not have been that way in the past, but now it is. Okay? Wow. Trust me, it's not going to be easy. But as I'm saying that, I see the sun in my head. So it doesn't matter. Everything's going to be okay. It's all going to work out in the end. It's all exactly as it's going well. I'm hearing it's going exactly as planned. Okay. Shit. All right, then. Give this one more shuffle. And then we're going to look at a few things here. We're going to break these things down for us. I'm going to start with good choices and repetition. We do have the devil at the bottom of the deck. And I want to, with that, I want to say there's a bit of jailbreak energy coming through with that. Karma, attachment, obsession, but also detachment. A central theme surrounding the devil is one of detachment, of conscious, willful detachment. Underneath the devil is death. From death, we go to the Page of Wands, then to the King of Wands. You are leveling up here. Damn, to the King of Cups underneath that. Holy shit, to the Three of Pentacles too. You are absolutely leveling up here. There is a level of maturity being bestowed upon you. Grace is being bestowed upon you, but there is a level of maturity that you are achieving. Grace is being bestowed upon you, and as a direct result, there is a level of maturity that you are now achieving, a level of greater maturity that is accessible to you at this time. Through this cleaning house energy. Now, also, keep in mind, with this eclipse that's happening early this month, we do have quite a bit of a stellium of energy in Virgo. We have the eclipse between the sun and the moon, and then right on top of that, that's actually happening on top of Mercury as well, because the sun is conjunct Mercury right now as of October 1st. So we have that, but then we also have Venus in Virgo, according to constellational astrology, okay? Keep that in mind. We're not talking traditional astrology, we're talking constellational astrology. We're talking about, if you look up at the stars right now and look at where the planets are from our point of view on the earth right now, this is where they are. Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus are all in Virgo. So, especially with now, albeit Virgo is in the very, very late stages of 2222 on the counter. I'm sorry, Venus is in the very, very late stages of Virgo. Okay? Very close to Libra. But still in Virgo. And actually with the close proximity to Libra, there adds another element of social situations involved with this, but Venus specifically could absolutely represent love and romance. Okay, could also, especially with Venus being in Virgo, which is an earth sign, Venus being in Virgo here could also influence your finances and your career and your love for your job. You know, you could be going through a renaissance in terms of your career focus, what it is you want to do for money, your relationship to money. You could be purging out some lack mentality mindsets, okay? But again, with Venus's close proximity to Libra, we definitely could be talking about an influence a bit on social interactions. This could even be friendships, colleagues at work, something like that. Okay, sorry, political ad. All right, let's break this down. So let's start with good choices and repetition. What's going on? Can you clarify good choices and repetition here, please, Spirit? Okay. All right. We have satisfaction here on an emotional level. Growth towards this satisfaction is what I'm getting specifically. Overall energy for these good choices and repetition, we have the Nine of Cups. And with this Nine of Cups, the satisfaction that I'm getting is a sort of overcoming something. 24 on the counter. It may be getting over something, you could say, take it as it resonates, but really the true phrase I'm hearing is overcoming something, all right? Yeah, for sure. Okay. You have the Ace of Wands to the Two of Wands to the Six of Swords here to clarify this. Good choices. Moving on for sure. Making a decision, making a choice. This choice may be for satisfaction purposes. What would make you actually truly happier? Nine of Cups is your overall energy here. And also the Six of Pentacles came out, but it flew to the other side of the table on top of poor choices and feeling deeply. The Six of Pentacles came out here. I'm going to leave it with good choices and repetition, because that's what I was clarifying at the time. But this came out on the other side to indicate that it is heavily involved with this energy here. These poor choices that you're feeling deeply into, or that someone is feeling deeply into. So from this point of view, in terms of the poor choices feeling deeply, the fact that the Six of Pentacles came out on top of it, there is a level of clarity here that is allowing someone to recognize maybe why something happened the way that it did. 555 on the counter. I believe, well, I'm feeling that this Six of Pentacles energy, the reciprocity that it represents naturally, right? Inherently, the reciprocal energy, the reciprocity that it inherently represents, is the very reason as to why someone has chosen to move forward, move on, in a sense. Leave the past behind, really, is what I'm getting with the Six of Swords. Move away from conflict and drama, move on from rough waters to calmer waters, move to where, we'll say, someone is more accepted, where they don't have to deal with the bullshit, the drama, the whatever, you know. And in terms of the poor choices and feeling deeply here, on some level for someone here, it is understood. It is par for the course even. This could be your internal understanding. So you may be recognizing or starting to really understand and or realize why it is part and parcel for you to move on to calmer waters. Maybe you're starting to really understand that choice now. Or it also could be that this other person that you are associated with or involved with in this energy is starting to recognize, well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I hurt them pretty deeply. It makes sense why they would want to do that. Because they just want to be happy. That's it. They don't need all this. They never needed all of this. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's coming in. So yeah, it makes sense why they would want to leave me behind or ditch this situation or blah, blah, blah. This is feeling similar to the, now this is starting to resonate with the reading that I did for the month of October for Patreon. Check that out if you're interested, if you're resonating with this. Let's go deeper. Poor choices feeling deeply, please. Show us that for the collective, please. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands is the overall energy here. We have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups here came out and across the spread and landed face down on top of, in between both sides, but on top of crystal clear, which is your overall energy here. So the Three of Cups energy seems to be what is becoming crystal clear in this situation. And what I'm hearing is negative involvement from third-party sources, third-party situations. A party lifestyle, a group of friends, a group of associates. That's becoming quite crystal clear. And I'm not quite sure, but what I feel like here is someone is trying to hold on. You had the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles come out first. And the Knight of Wands came out. And when I saw the Knight of Wands, I heard this deep masculine voice say, it's over. But I feel like this Knight of Wands energy is this person on the other side wanting to run towards the person over here that's moving away somehow. And someone's trying to say that it's over, but I get this feeling that someone just doesn't want to let go. While someone is trying very hard, very well. Maybe that was the problem in the past. Yes. That was the problem in the past. Someone didn't want to let go. Someone was holding on. And so maybe this crystal clear energy, becoming crystal clear, is exactly what the relationship is between you and this person, if it represents that way or resonates that way. If this is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The feeling here is maybe what's becoming crystal clear is exactly how this other person feels about you, or what exactly your relationship to each other is. That's becoming crystal clear. And it seems that there are walls being put up, or boundaries. Someone would rather work on themselves. Underneath the Seven of Wands is the Three of Pentacles. Now, if this is two separate people, like say if we're dealing with a dynamic between two people and one person is on the regret side more, is feeling deeply into their poor choices from the past that have set this situation up to be where it is, as it is right now, this person on this feeling deeply side with their poor choices is recognizing how they were holding on to something in the past, some sort of inspiration, some sort of drive, some sort of direction, some sort of creative situation, creative direction, career path, a career focus, some sort of focus, some sort of passionate, energetic, creative, fiery, recognizable focus was being held onto and was being influenced by individuals surrounding them that were actually leading them to make some pretty poor choices in terms of this situation. And so the clarity, what's become crystal clear to someone, could exactly be how these people influenced themselves, how these people influenced them into making the decisions that they did. Not that they can take full blame, these other people, no, but they do have some hands in it. Okay. All right. Spirit wants me to look at Path to Plenty now. Let's look at that. What's this Path to Plenty? Spirit. The Empress. Come on. Come on. Path to Plenty. Please. Oh. Wow. Path to Plenty. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, this Spirit is just kind of saying, I said what I said. We have the Ten of Pentacles as the overall energy here. You're gonna get through this situation. We do have a representation of the Sun. It's not the official Sun, but it is the Queen of Wands, who has a sunflower behind her, which is a representation of the Sun. But this Path to Plenty here is represented by the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Abundance is your birthright, regardless as to what that abundance is for you. Whatever it is that you have been convinced of or led to believe that you're not worthy of, that you are not desirable, that you are not worthy, whatever, that's all a lie. Don't allow that to stop you any longer, okay? Your understanding of this and your work, the work that you've been doing to help heal this, has gotten you here so far. So just keep going. Knight of Pentacles. Stay in this vibration, the Queen of Wands, to attract what it is, this abundance. Stay here, while also still believing that you are worthy of it. And just keep going. Take it step by step. Remain patient. Remain diligent in your work. And when we say work, we mean work on yourself. On your self-awareness. On your happiness. The big message that's standing out here with this Empress for Path to Plenty is you are worthy of this. You are abundant. Abundance is your birthright. You will have no problems getting what you need in life. You will be given more than enough. And then you have the Empress here, who is confirming that. Okay, so remain steady. Remain in the vibration that you're in now. Continue fine-tuning, tweaking your energy, tweaking your vibration. The more you learn about yourself, the more aware you become, the more things become crystal clear to you, the better you can upgrade your energetic status, right? That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna end with the Romance Angels since there was a bit of a love energy here. So let's just close this out. But I hope you guys have an excellent month. Clarity is definitely the theme for the month, okay? Something's becoming quite crystal clear to you. Embrace it, allow it in. You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay? Some of you are definitely purging some negative self-beliefs surrounding love, romance, your ability to find love, your eligibility, even. Eligible bachelor, eligible bachelorette. Closing messages, please, Spirit. Sorry, I wasn't giving closing messages, please, for the collective for the month of October 2024. For this energy, this crystal clear energy. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I do feel like this is encouraging some of y'all to get out there and play more. Maybe go out and have fun if you get invited to some things. I mean, we are coming up on the holidays. We haven't gotten through Halloween yet, but there are some Halloween events that are going to be coming up soon, right? Quite soon, so maybe you should go. Closing messages for October? Anything else? Oh, wow. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. And one more, Spirit. Closing message, please, for the month of October. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And I just saw 3811 on the counter, which is 38. 3 and 8 makes 11. That's 1111. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. 3838 on the counter. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want more content throughout the month from me, check out Patreon, patreon.com/divineconversations. But with that said, I hope you have a fantastic month. And I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yes? Sweet. Oh, shit. Bye.